I asked Warzone's #1 pro coach to build a loadout that could dominate every match.
Oh my God.
Today, we're putting it to the ultimate test to see if it holds up. All right, I've got a professional coach here. So off rip, first of all, Burger, thank you for diving in with me today because I need some help.
Thanks for having me.
What do you have for a loadout? What's a pro loadout you can build for me here?
So I usually run 3 loadouts. Do you want to do that, or do we want to do just an overkill loadout?
Whatever you think I should do, I'm down for that.
All right, so let's make your first 3 loadouts. The very first one's going to be overkill. All the perks and everything are the same. It's just the guns are different. So let's do an overkill. Okay. SMG is going to be the LC-10. I like suppressor to stay off the minimap. Reinforced barrel, the G grip, extended mag 1. I used to run the ergo grip, but I like the CQB grip now.
This is not a class I would use. Immediately different than my regular loadout, which I kind of love. It feels like I'm switching it up.
I like the GPR. Your choice of the 2X or the 3X. And we're going to go with the vertical grip, extended mag 2. If we're doing solos, let's do extended mag 1, reinforced barrel, and then the recoil springs. So that'll be what we grab if we don't have an SMG off of rip that we like to use. Otherwise, we're going to try to prioritize picking up the 8 attachment AR. 8 attachment SMG. I do the Kepler because the Volsky does feel a little too big on the SMG. Muzzle, again, we're going suppressor, reinforced, G grip, extended mag 1, CQB grip. And then I like the balance stock and overpressured. This is going to be what we're going to try to grab every single time.
Would it be wild to go 3X on this one?
Probably be better, honestly. Compensator, reinforced barrel, vertical grip, extended mag 1, ergo grip, balance stock, recoil springs.
The tacticals, the lethals, what are we looking at here? What do I need to run?
So I see you're already running smokes and impacts. Those are what I love to run. Smokes obviously help on big map. Impacts are great for getting first shots. Perks, perk 2 and perk 3 are pretty locked for me. It's cold-blooded and bird's eye. Perk 1's kind of up to you. I'll leave that one up to you. I usually do Scavenger for the extra plates.
That's where I'm at. Yeah, I like a Scavenger. I feel like in solos, it just feels nice. So I'll change that. I'm assuming on all of them,
yes,
right?
I just copy pasta that on everything.
So we've got our 3 loadouts. We've got the overkill, we've got the 8 attachment SMG, and the 8 attachment GPR. Do I need anything else? Anything else for loadouts?
You have your pro loadouts.
All right, let's dive in.
Let's do it.
And as we dive in here, the plan is as follows. I am gonna get the loadout and try and use it as Burger intended. However, I'm then gonna follow it up by playing another game with a loadout that I'm kind of building with the exact same weapons, but with attachments I think might fit my playstyle better. Plus, I think there's some little tweaks that we could absolutely do that is going to make this more enjoyable for anyone because we're not all perfectly accurate. With that said, we are going to be diving in, and hopefully we can dive in somewhere near where Burger would want. Absolutely not. So we are going to probably land right here because he always says you want to do contracts off rip. That way you can get your loadout as fast as physically possible. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're diving in. We're going to listen. I don't necessarily hear anyone else, but it is very loud. Yeah, so we got this for free. Absolutely perfect. And we're gonna be, again, trying to play like Burger would want. And the reason I say that is because the whole point is that this is the pro coach's loadout. This man handed us a loadout that should be very, very good. Now, there's, again, a couple of tweaks that I personally think I would make just off rip. And my reason being for that is because, one, the GPR doesn't have a suppressor on it. Meaning if you're shooting at someone from a distance, you are giving away your position. But for some reason, the SMG does have a suppressor, which I feel like kind of makes it pointless. To have a suppressor on the other weapon. Ooh, shoot. That could be crazy. So instead of challenging these guys, because we don't need to, I'm going to focus up on trying to get this done. And as soon as we get this done, since we have a PP Bison, I do not feel the absolute necessity to get our SMG. Now, we do know the 5 attachment loadouts exist, but if you haven't watched the Expel video, I about said Expel Plus. If you haven't watched my video, hey, me, I'm Expel, I'm dumb. If you haven't watched my video where I worked with Burger, you probably won't know the 5 attachment loadout. Well, I mean, you can see it in that video, basically is what I'm trying to say. If you want to see it in action, the 5 attachment's going to be over there. Let's go ahead and grab this since we got a PP919. That's going to land in. I'm checking in. But getting that Scavenger done is actually huge for us. And the reason why is because it also gives us a satchel. So next game will probably go for specialist. And the reason why is because that's usually how I play. You know what? Actually, F that. Let's play it how Burger wants. He doesn't see the need for specialists, but you know what we can do? We can actually utilize UAVs to get specialists because we've got the class with bird's eye. So all we need to do is pop UAVs and force send toward players that have ghost. Rotate over here.
That shit works. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. That shit don't work, bro.
Honestly, it's not too bad. 8 attachment GPRs, pretty nasty. I do like the sight that I have on this is pick up as well. But I mean, the bullet velocity is pretty great. He's absolutely gonna be. Right there. For free. Yes, sir. So next up, he likes when you kind of set yourself up for the future. So of course you still want to do contracts to get as much money as possible, but you don't need to constantly pop UAVs. You're going to kind of grab a UAV, get close to your enemy, and then play the UAV as you're close so that you have the information to get the eliminations. Now, as you do that, you want to really lock in on paying attention to everybody on the UAV, memorizing where these players are and putting yourself in situations. I'm popping shots at that guy purely off of the fact that I don't want him to chow me. But putting myself into situations that allow me to eliminate the enemy. Now, one thing that he did take note of is that I constantly put myself in bad situations from tossing a nade a little too early. But I will say, if I find specialist, throwing a nade is much quicker. So that is why you'll see me. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. That is why you'll likely see, if I grab specialist, that I'll throw my nades a lot more often. Oh, that was kind of perfect, actually. So outside of that, my goal is to kind of stay on target, stay ADS. The one thing I really don't love about this loadout off rip is that it's only got 45 rounds in this, and then the SMG also is not a lot of rounds in the magazine. So I don't love that, but I think we're going to be able to deal with it. Now, I tossed a nade at that vehicle because I kind of wanted him to go a different way, and I was hoping maybe if I hit him, I could do a little damage. But we are going for a bounty, so what we'll do is I'm going to smoke this by. No one's been here, so let's grab a UAV. I don't hear anybody. Now, I'm playing a little bit differently, actually, than what you'd see in, say, an Expel Plus video. And the reason why is because, like I said, I'm trying to play to what he said, you know? But what I would normally do is I'd cut on my mic and I'd talk in game, because if I keep my mic open, if you don't know, prox chat will only pop up whenever you're near somebody that has prox chat on. Now, I need to know where this guy's at. We got one there. We got another guy behind. We are not going to chow that guy behind. This guy is up top. Ooh. Maybe forced to chow that guy behind. This guy may chow me. If he dodges that. He PA'd me. I think I might die to this, but I gotta just take position here. Nice. Okay, so we know this guy's down below. We know there's still another guy over here. I'm just keeping that in mind. I'm looking for this guy over here. I'm just gonna pop some pings. Not even the same guy. This guy's inside. Now, what we did talk about is getting that initial nade instead of chowing with a nade after. Some psychopathic behavior out of our boy there. And get that marked because it just pops up whether or not someone's near us. Oh, shoot. I did not realize that was going to happen, dude. I'm not going to lie to you. Still waiting on our second 8 attachment loadout. Let me grab that. This guy's being a weirdo. He dove off, which means he's probably taking damage unless he has specialist. So right now what I'm doing is I'm kind of looking for this guy, but I've kind of put myself in a weird spot. He gets a little heady on that. Now would be a good time to foink, foink. Still need my SMG. I don't love this position. But I'm... Ugh. I'm hoping he's gonna chow it. Alright. I'm gonna close the distance. That's insane. Just keep shooting, baby. Just keep shooting. Give me some plates here. God, nobody has plates. What a situation to be in. I don't know if there's a guy still in here. I'm hoping there's not. Yeah, I think that was him. I think that was our guy. Let's grab this. We're going to check over here while we've got a sniper in our pocket. Get rid of that. Let's go get our loadout. So, like I said, kind of playing for that money, which is what he recommended, is playing for that cash, going for that cash, going for that cash, going for that cash. Because in that late game, you know, you're going to be able to get whatever you need, which is the most ideal of situations. And we're going for 8 attachment, which is that. And I'm going to grab that, and we're going to move back to this build. So I think the next thing that we'll probably do is we're going to grab a UAV, work our way toward where we want to work our way toward, which is going to be this. And we're just playing a little bit slower. Now, basically a lot of what I learned from him comes down to just being more present, because you're never going to play exactly like Burger. Just not a thing. So what I found would work best is if I think about what he says pretty much all the time. Because if you have like a coach in your head, right, that is it's kind of saying, okay, you could do this, you could do this. It gives you more options. Now, a lot of people, they get analysis paralysis, and I'm not really one of those people. I just make a decision and shoot with it. A lot of that comes down to muscle memory. But, you know, a lot of people get analysis paralysis, so I get that this could just not be helpful for a lot of people. But for me, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, he called out this thing and this thing and this thing. And so I've been a little bit more present in these situations where I know, like, all right, if I toss a nade off rip, I'm probably going to lose the kill. But if I stay ADS'd, you know, I'm going to be able to be on target whenever that guy goes to move, so I'm going to be able to get my shots on. And I started recognizing that more and more and more and more, and it's really helped me. I actually just broke my PR by such a long shot, it's actually kind of stupid, and a lot of that comes down to Burger's advice, believe it or not. I'm kind of just running out in the open like an absolute goober right now, which isn't exactly what he'd say, but we're in mid-game, you know, like it's going to be a little weird. Also, this lobby seems a little weird, but we're in mid-game, gonna be a little weird. It is what it is, but I'm working my way over toward the bounty, who seems to be going to the edge of the map. So let's try and get over there. Again, we're just locking out as much as we can, because basically the more contracts you do, the more money you get from the contracts. The more money you have, the more information you have, because you can go hit a buy station and get UAVs. So that's why it's so important to do these contracts, is because that's how you're gonna maximize your money. Now, what you could do realistically, is do what I usually do, which is go get specialist, for the sake of it, we're not gonna do that. So we're gonna mark that. We're gonna mark that. We're gonna mark that. Cool. I'm gonna grab a UAV. No, there's two guys over there. There's one guy on my left. We are gonna have to rotate in. So challenging these guys on the right may not be our greatest play. Right? We're gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna play high ground. I've got a big game bounty on me. That's what that is in the little cross on the bounty with the crown, right? The cross is the bounty, and then you got the crown, which makes it a big game. So what I'm gonna do is I know that there was a guy over here. That's tough. Oh, we had specialist. Huge. Huge. Grab that. Play the top. He's gonna make the jump. Yo, this guy's a freak. Wavy. He's shooting bodies. All right, this guy's a bitch is what he is. That guy literally just like tracked left to right and everything so perfectly. I'm telling you, if you're tracking one way, it does not work that way. That guy just had insane aim. Like such perfect aim. That was actually like absurd. Crazy. I gotta look for the vehicle here. Vehicle's gone. We're going right back to our shit. They didn't blow up that guy's car. Oh, he took my satchel? Nuh-uh, right? Oh, he did. What an asshole. It's so unfortunate. I didn't get a selfie. I should have got a selfie. Yeah, see, my big issue right now is that I'm having to reload these weapons really quick, right? And throwing on an extended mag 2 doesn't hurt your movement really at all. So in my opinion, that's the first thing I'm changing. The second thing I'm changing is I'm getting rid of the suppressor because, again, like I said at the beginning, it doesn't necessarily make sense to have the suppressor. In literally like 99% of situations, it will not be helpful. That's wavy. I'm utilizing the information that I have to get out of here. Tons of money. This guy's chowing up. I mean, this could be the end of the game for us, realistically. Oh, God. Okay. He's going to that buy station. We got to get across as soon as physically possible. So I gotta move. I had to pop the UAV the way that I popped it because I needed the information on him. Had he not been in the game, I probably would have held that. But again, I need to know where that guy's at. So now what I'm going to do, since I know, because I have bird's eye, that no one's going to be nearby, I'm going to go in here because I know that the next guy's over. So what I'm watching for is a vehicle. And the issue is that this guy's sniping. He's a freaking demon. So I need the information on where he's going to be, basically. I'm going to mark right there. Is that what I think it is? It is. So he could be right there. It's just so bright when you're inside. It's unfortunate. I don't love this position. But we're in circle. Again, like, it's just tough because when you have to reset, it puts you in such a bad spot. Take that. Checking for specialist. No specialist. Oh, my hands are sweaty. Circle wise, we need to go up top positionally. Paying attention to where those vehicles are. But that guy's going to be sniping and he's a demon. I mean, I just can't guarantee a win on this one is kind of the big thing, you know? Whoa, just saw a guy laying over there or some loadout laying over there. Get that guy out of there, not too bad. Got cash, but there's no buy station whatsoever in the entire match. Like, aside from the one dead center. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing around the edges that I could utilize to my advantage. Gotta be a guy here, dude. I swear I thought I heard somebody. Maybe not. Jesus Christ. Is he up top? It's like right there. Oh. Could just get sniped at literally any moment I'm dead. It's probably him down in the car because no one's going to be in a car this late in the game. Unless they're an absolute psycho. My hands are sweaty. There's a guy up above me to my left. Get that guy out of there. Probably a guy over here. We need to keep playing for ammo. Key card's pretty pointless, but it is what it is. I'm gonna ping in the bushes. I just know that these bushes here. See that? Get rid of that. Nice. That's our guy, for the record. Oh, that's wavy for sure. Oh, shit. Wavy's nasty, dude. He is actually so crazy. Fucking psycho, bro. Oh my god, you are dog at this game, brother. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Get absolutely slammed, my brother. Oh, we're shooting bodies, but we're getting pissed on? That's insane. All right. I'm going to change out my loadout. I'll show you what it is in the next game, and we'll see if I can do even better. Our bar, by the way, is 21. God bless. Now, on this one, instead of landing where Burger would normally drop, I'm going to land where I would normally drop, which is actually what I did in the coaching video, so I think it'll be just fine. But we're going to focus up. We're going to land over here on this Scavenger, and as we do, I'm going to work my way toward getting my probably GPR, if I had to take a guess. And I'll show you that as soon as I get it, hopefully. As long as I have a second. I'll show you that, and then we will work our way over to the 8 attachment LC10. But the big thing I kind of want to explain is that my goal whenever I took on Burger to coach for a video was to kind of learn where I can improve. And even with me recommending certain things to you, your playstyle may not match that of my playstyle. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have to take everything I say into account. Now, I will say, if you play with me, at some point in time in the future, if I'm the IGL, you have to like lock in and follow what I'm doing, because that's how an IGL makes decisions so the team can win, right? And the IGL takes it on them to take the loss as well whenever the bad plays are made. But at the end of the day, it comes down to following that in-game leader. And if you don't have one amongst your team, I highly recommend you focus up and have one of those so that everybody just follows through and does what they need to do. Now, there is a guy over here. And the reason I know that is because that's open. Don't know where the guy's at, but let's just let's rotate out. But either way, I do want to let you know I joined up on that wavy guy, and he was not happy. I joined in and I was like, "Dang, bro, you're gonna shoot bodies and then get slammed? Slammed?" And he made every excuse he could. He was like, "I dropped 27," and I was like, "Brother, you had specialist. Of course you dropped 27. It's like running around in God mode, dude. You literally like have no clip on, brother. Like, I don't know what you think you're doing. Like, I dropped 21 and I was literally running edge map the entire time." Damn, son. But we've got a ladder in our back pocket, so we're going to focus up and get the GPR off rip. Now, I will note, obviously, my class setups, if I'm running solos, If I'm rocking solos, I'm not going to be running like any kind of assault rifle. In most cases, I'm going to be running some kind of sniper paired with an SMG or a sniper paired with like a mid-range weapon, you know? Not necessarily a GPR is kind of my point here. Can I really not grab this? And the reason why is because stuff like this. When you're playing solos, so many people try and put like a distance between you and them, and you need that free one-shot action. So what I like to do is I like to have a sniper so that I can counteract people playing like absolute ignoramuses. In this case, it looks like the door's closed. I'm gonna make a little bit of noise here. I know. Not letting that guy out of there. But I am going to follow through on what Burger likes to do, which is making sure that you are getting contracts done. Because that early game is all about contracts. It's all about getting as much cash as physically possible. Now, after I get enough contracts done, I'm going to have a decent amount of cash. What he says you should do is hold on to those UAVs. And we're going to do that a little bit, but I may start popping and grabbing. And the reason why is when you play solos, it's very different depending upon your play style. I think, you know, I'm going to use less money if I play like Burger wants, but like he recommends, not like he wants, but like he recommends, I'm going to use less money if I'm holding my UAVs, but there's going to be times where it makes more sense to pop and grab because of the information that you gain from doing so. It looks like there's probably like the guys rotated across based on the bounty contract. Okay, you've got me lost in the sauce here. Oh my God, he hit it. That is insane. If he hits a headshot right there, I'm dead. Actually, hold on. All right, I furfed it up. I got a SOG. I prefer a SOG, to be honest. Trying to get that guy to chow. I'm gonna grab the UAV, but I'm not gonna fight him. Or I'm not gonna pop it to fight him. I'm actually just gonna rotate out. Because positionally, this doesn't make any sense. I'm actually gonna take this. I don't think he's gonna shoot at me, honestly. Yeah, he's not gonna shoot at me. So I will mark that. We will focus in on grabbing this bounty contract and continuing through with it. And the more money that we can raise, the better off we're going to perform. That's really what it comes down to, because the more money you get, the more information you can have. UAV, 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 UAV. That's what the game comes down to whenever you're trying to play at a high caliber. And that's why whenever in the last coaching video with Burger, he kind of went through and explained stuff like this. See it? He kind of explained stuff like that. Okay, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay, this is insanity, dude. This is fucking insane. Oh, this is literally the worst. Oh, right. Oh, fuck. Dude, get your fat ass around the corner, brother. Like, this is so dumb. Gotta pop the muni. Gonna chow that shit. Chow it. It's just so unfortunate the position I've been put on here. I gotta row out. I mean, there's literally no option here. Oh my goodness gracious, what a stressful moment. Instead of challenging this guy, we need to go get plates because we're fully out. Oh my god. Having two dudes fight you at the exact same time and both of them not fighting is so crazy because that guy did not get sniped. Like the whole time he was trying to fight me, he did not get sniped, which is insanity, dude. Insanity. Okay. How weird is that? An interesting thing that I don't necessarily agree with as well is that Burger doesn't really push for selfies. Obviously, once you have enough cash, it kind of makes sense to do so. But just pretty early on, I feel like I grab a selfie in solos, specifically solos, because I don't have a teammate. And if I get sniped, it gives me the opportunity to get back up. And sometimes I can smoke and just get out of there. I'm not saying it's all the time, but I see how it can be perceived as a waste of $4,000 if you're not utilizing it properly. Oh, that's huge. That is huge. Okay. So we got our UAV in our pocket. Frankly, we don't have information on anyone. I'm gonna get pretty close to this vehicle. We get a guy right there. We got a guy top red, and that is it. The other guy's apartments. That's basically all we can do here. I think this guy maybe just got his... No, he just smoked. Sorry, I saw that guy in the sky and I was like, not today, bitch. Now we know that there was a guy red over there, by the way. Just keeping that in mind. For the sake of it, I've got 22 grand. This is kind of what I'm talking about. I'm going to take the opportunity to just get myself a self-revive. And then we can hop in the vehicle, and as we get close to where the bullets are flying over there, we can utilize the UAV. That was kind of crazy. That was a wild switch up to hit that other guy, dude. Went balls to the wall. Dude, I've been running into a lot, and I mean a lot of streamers today. And like outrageously good players. It was really funny because sometimes I run into absolute like autonomous players. So we're marking two dudes right there. It is all about maximizing eliminations right now. I think the other guy died. Yeah, we're gonna mark right here. Grabbing all the cash and such off their bodies. Now, for me personally, I am going to be someone that uses a sniper. So if I make any weird plays, it's because I kind of focus up on the positioning I like to get with a sniper. Oh, shit. Dude, it won't let me move. Perry is definitely a tryhard. That dude went wild. By the way, there's no aim assist through those. Like right there, I got aim assist for a second. Made it easier to hit my shot. Oh, sniping is crazy. This guy's gonna be sniping as well, so I have to, like, when people are sniping, you kind of have to break down the barrier, which is distance. Oh, shit. I don't have sights on him. Challenge this is like just asking to die. I can't figure out the... Oh! Oh, yeah, that was good. That is, again, why I feel like... Oh, and by the way, I didn't even show you. Sorry. Here's the loadout, which is going to have extended mag 2 and compensator, so it's more accurate and you get more bullets, and then extended mag 2 and compensator on this, because I feel like the magazine is super, super important. I apologize for not getting right into that. I totally forgot to show it. Where is this guy's dead body? Gotta be up top, right? I gotta just miss it. What the shit? Okay. What? Okay, whatever. Now, at this point, we got about $27,000. We got 9 eliminations. There's 24 players left. It's dwindling down, but it's a massive circle. What I kind of want to take from that is that it's time to pop and hold. And it's because you're not going to know where to go. Like, that's what it comes down to right now, is that you're just not going to know where to go. But what we'll do is once we kill this guy, I'm going to grab that. I'm going to mark where he's at. He's sitting in that. Sitting in the corner in the bathroom in there. You have a trophy? Oh, he did have a trophy. I was like, bro, it just disappeared. So no one else really showed up on UAV there. But now that I'm getting a big game, I'll use my UAV once I get close to this guy, because this will give me an advanced UAV, which is kind of a big deal, to be quite honest. Okay, that guy's in an interesting position. Okay, we're gonna work our way over here. Right there is where we're heading. 10 eliminations. I just think this is a very different lobby. I'm not saying like his is better or mine is better or anything like that. I think, one, my weapons probably do fit my playstyle a little bit better, but this is a very different lobby, you know? So that guy's clearly either in the middle or up top. In the middle. Oh, shit. That was the one time that it made sense, dude. Because I couldn't get a shot on him and he had a sniper. That's why I chose to use the grenade in that moment. It wasn't out of like, oh, I need to throw a grenade. It was because I physically could not see the guy and he had a sniper. So if I chow that with an AR, I'm losing that 10 times out of 10. Okay, I've got 2 dudes that are teaming up top here. Oh, that guy's down below. I'm just dumb. You've got to be... Brother, I got shot by another fucking person! Dude, I literally got shot by somebody else, for the record. It wasn't you. You didn't do all that. Just to be clear. You're fucking terrible. Holy shit. Come on, bitch. Oh my god. You know what? Let's go. So I can't fight that guy. Also, yes, I am going to talk smack whenever I die right there. 100,000% I'm going to act like a little bitch. We're starting to get a lot of cash here. We're kind of like putting it together here. And it sucked that I didn't get it properly utilized that because I got knocked by the guy in the freaking tower. But it's like the most unfortunate timing. We're gonna go grab this one and do the exact same thing. Now, I'm never someone that utilizes things. I don't know if you know that, but I really don't like grabbing these. Only because it takes me to the other end of the map 90% of the time. I just heard a guy behind me. It's the only reason I don't like picking these up usually. And in that moment, by the way, he was not going to chow that. That's why I threw the nade. I am being very mindful of how I utilize my grenades. I promise you, it is not me just being an absolute goofball. I'm trying to really focus up on utilizing them in the like proper scenarios. Now, because again, I'm grabbing a big game bounty, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get a UAV. I'm going to pop one. And I'm going to hold one. And the reason I'm popping one is only because I have so much money. That's so wildly unfortunate. Actually, hold on. He's gonna go for it. This guy's a freak. He's gonna go for it again. So now instead of challenging him, I'm just gonna rotate out. What the f— Oh, that's insane! Why is it not throwing a smoke? That is wild! The reason I'm spinning is because it moves my head, for the record. Okay, this guy should be free at this point. I'm gonna just go play him. I need the advance anyway. Okay. Cool, car. Nope. Can't chow that. He's being a weirdo.
Bro, why? Bro. No.
There's a guy on the train. Guy's gonna have to drop off. If he hits it at this point. It's good shots on his part. Still another guy nearby. Shit. Oh, slammed. No! What the fuck is happening? Come here, bitch. Y'all couldn't even double team me? Are you kidding, buddy? Say hello to Steve, dog. Let's go! I don't know if you've ever seen an experience like that, but you were a part of it, you know? You were a part of it. You were there for that experience. And I love that. I love that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, I don't think mine was better or his was better. I just think there were two different classes at this point. I think at the end of the day, you got to tailor your class to your needs. And if you feel like you need to be more stealthy, throw in a suppressor. I don't think there was that big of a difference. I think if anything, mine put me on the map a little bit more, but it didn't help me, right? It just put me as a target. And if I was anyone else in that situation and I didn't recognize the situation that I was in, I probably would have died, you know? So that's what I have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested, go check out the Expel Pro Plus controller. You are gonna love it. Use code Expel at checkout to knock it down to $209 no matter what. Plus, obviously, shipping and tax to wherever you're at. I love you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.